A while ago that there's going to be more and more of this particular incident. And when you think about it, it's difficult now, isn't it, for the former royals known as Harry and Meghan. They come with baggage, as they say, you know. It doesn't matter what event they seemingly to attend, catastrophe takes hold. Way back, as we know, in the summer, there was that catastrophic car chase that their spokesperson decided to totally admit from this tell-all book that was vital to get the story out there. You know, if you didn't read the book you wanted to read, you had to write it. But he missed all of that, didn't he? Because he knows he looked a complete loon as it was completely fabricated. Interesting, that story. But what's now interesting is this, you see. As you can see, the headlines screamed around the world that, in fact, you know, sadly, the Sussexes, that is Harry and Meghan, are not invited to a very big event next summer at Chester Cathedral. That is Hugh Grosvenor. He is the Duke of Westminster and, more importantly, a godfather to Prince Archie. But what's the true story? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Shall we have a wave? Yeah, we'll have a wave. You all right? It's starting to rain now. I know. You can see it, can you? It's going to ruin my bonnet, yeah. And do you find as well when you're out and about, when you're putting hats on and off, you get off and you look like something from Frankenstein's monster, don't you? All the statics put your hair up on end. Nobody tells you though, do they? Have you noticed that? Yeah, they just let you sit in there on the bus and you think, what are you staring at? Then you catch yourself and think, oh, that, yes. You see, we're all the same in the end, aren't we? No, do I wear hairspray? No, don't be daft. Can't be bothered. You know, something else to buy as well, isn't it? Who can afford it? Best to just shave your hair off and wear a hat. No, don't do that. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. Interesting this, you know, because on a serious note, it just proved the fact that they are now just too calamity, you know, too problematic. Told you the other day that people are really struggling to see the point of hiring Meghan for things, simply because, you know, what does it come with? And more importantly, will all be revealed behind the scenes afterwards. You know, it puts people on edge. We also pointed out recently that a former chum, Patrick J. Adams, very innocently, some might suggest, put pictures up to remind people he was still alive and available for work. And then, of course, mysteriously had to take them down and apologise. Now, what's interesting here is the Duke of Westminster, Hugh Grosvenor, is getting married next summer at Chester Cathedral. And the story goes that they're not invited simply because they don't want the royal rift to deepen any further and create any calamity. And of course, it all be about two people. This is, of course, their wedding day. It should be about the bride and the groom. I truly wish them well. But even now, the fact that this has come out, people are going to be saying, oh, you know, this is the wedding they should have attended. So it kind of marks it and ruins it in many respects, doesn't it? But there's another side to the story. According to a very well-placed source, it's this. Prince Harry could be invited, could and would be invited if he wishes to turn up alone. As ever, we have to say allegedly. You see, he did the same thing, didn't he, for the King's coronation? Very discreetly turned up, did the stuff, and then left. They wouldn't be too averse to that. Now, I'm not suggesting for one moment that the Duke of Westminster has complete disregard and does not like Meghan Markle, but they know, do they not, that two of them together is just going to create hysteria, media attention, and there's no way you can go to Chester Cathedral and hide away in the background. It simply wouldn't work. So the idea was, well, look, Harry, you know, would you like to come and enjoy that, you know, experience? According to that very well-placed source, so far, there's been no response back. Now, one can only surmise that, as we know, Harry doesn't really want to go anywhere without Meghan. He doesn't feel secure, doesn't feel safe. And with all the mental illness and anxiety problems that he has as he jets back into London, he's already done it once, twice with the press, and once, of course, with the coronation. Would he dare do it a third time alone without Meghan at his side at such a big event where clearly he could be ostracised? Right now, as I often say here on the show, it is a developing story. That is the story. Never mind what you read in the media. They would like him. You know, apparently there's still strong affection for Prince Harry by certain people, as one can imagine. Makes you think though, doesn't it? Why not both of them? I'll leave that one for you to ponder. It's a developing story. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London.